Hello everyone, it's me, Mechanic Dave, and today we're working on a car. Not that car. Not that car. That car. This is a Go Plus, I think it was, Go Plus 12 volt Jeep. It's basically a Power Wheels. But this thing is really neat. Not only was it free 99 at the dump, but it's got LED lights all up front. Hood opens up for storage. Spare tire opens up for storage. It has Bluetooth, an SD port, USB port, volume controls, all that stuff. I think that's a cat launcher. It has horns up here. I think that's what those would be. Power button. Oh, I saw something light up. Must be a resistor somewhere. On-off switch. Forward, stop, backwards, high, low speed, manual, remote control. That's right. If you listen, you can hear servos in the front. So you could drive your kid in this thing with a remote, which is really cool. So, undo the seat belts. There it goes. And there it is. No battery. Has some electrical issues. It looks corroded and melted. But fairly simple machine. So I think I can get this thing working because, spoiler alert, I have a kid on the way. And this thing would be perfect. So today's project is going to be getting this running and driving. See if we can't get any of the stuff on the dash to work. Get any of the lights to work. All right, so had to put some new connectors onto it. Where's the thing? This is the positive. The negative one was all burnt up. I don't think it's in here. I probably hucked it. I think the wires got hot or the battery shorted or just corroded off. One of the two. So I put new connectors on. Got everything out of the way. I have 12 volts. Or actually, no, it's 10 volts. Jump pack's a little dead. So what we're going to do is we're just going to hook power to it and see what happens. So, yeah. All right, power is connected. See if it turns on. Holy crap. Cool. It's got a little battery meter over there. 12.7 or 10.7, that's probably about it. Do the headlights? I assume that's a headlight switch. Let's see. Do we have lights? Yes! So these don't work, and then fog lights don't work. I'd like to make those work if I could. That would be neat. So let's see, forward. Look at that. Low speed. Cool. Let's see. Reverse. Nice. Oh, that's pretty cool. What do these do? Nothing? It's alright. Those can get wired to a horn of sorts. Yeah, it's not really doing anything. But it does have a USB port. And then an aux port. And then an SD port. So I bet you I could hook my phone into that aux port and play whatever music from it. I gotta look and see what the speaker is. If we can make it louder, then it probably would be for a kid. Yeah, that's pretty neat though that it all works. So we'll get a DeWalt battery, 20 volt DeWalt battery, and we'll get a voltage converter to keep it 12 volt for now. And when the kid wants it faster, we'll just convert it to 20 volt. We'll get some upgraded motors for it. Probably put in a relay and something to keep 12 volt accessories, and then power the motors 20 volt, and add some more lights. And yeah, I've seen videos of people take small tires and just fit them over those and maybe put a tube in them just to keep them seated. I don't know how you would go about lifting one of these things. think they have spring suspension. Let's flip it over and take a look at the underside. All right, so I got this thing flipped up. The description said it was spring assist, and the springs for the rear are in here. I don't know if the front has any springs in it. That looks one piece. Those nuts up here are not at all. Yeah, I can do that by hand. So those will need to get tightened up. I can see the speaker right there. That thing's really small and pointed downwards, which is wrong. Should be pointing to the driver. Another thing I did note was there are no bulbs in the fog lights nor the spotlights, and we'll need to fix that. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can't fix this by fixing a tab or something, but we're gonna take the front bumper off and see what we can't do. Okay, so I got the front bumper off to fix the push bar. So it had broken the tab. You can kind of just see it. It broke the tab, so I put a longer screw in there to grab it. And now that's solid, won't come out. I found aftermarket, very small LED lights that'll go into there, into that hole, bolt up, and I will just tie into one of the existing wires to power it. So we will have 2 big fog lights, and then the smaller ones will all be functional as well. And now we're just tightening up the spindles because that is unacceptable. That's how it should look, grabbed into the nylock. So just making this thing a little bit better. It is 7 business days later, and all the parts that I ordered currently came in. So we have the DeWalt battery adapter, so it takes 20 volts in, converts it to 12, right out there. I bought the remote control for the controller. There were a couple of different ones. Excuse me. There was a bunch of different ones for different controllers, so I'm pretty sure I got the right one. Takes 2 AAA batteries. And then I got these LED lights. I'll show you these things. They're pretty neat. So straight through, right in, small wires. So I'm going to tie into probably the headlights. So when those get on, pretty sure, yeah, when the headlights get turned on, everything would get turned on. So I'm going to take apart the fog lights, the spotlights up front, and the fog lights in the bumper. And I don't know if I will modify the ones in the actual headlights, but then I'm also going to be adding them into the tail lights, so that's going to require some wire going all the way back. And then we're going to put it all back together and see if it all works. All right, so you take your stepper bit, widen the hole, it just slides right in. It's pretty low profile, and then that is going to clear perfectly. And then we're just gonna run it through there, and we'll connect everything to one common source. So I'm not chopping up a ton of wires on this thing. So I'm gonna do that again. It just pops right out. 2 clips from the lens that hold it in. So I'm gonna do that side, and then we're gonna get the spotlights off and get wires run through there. And then we'll get to the actual bumper, or the grill, I mean, with the headlights and all that. All right, I'd say those look pretty decent. Now we're doing the spotlights, and this is how I ended up having to do it. Was the light would protrude through the back, which is no big deal. So it just tightened there. Again, same, just drill through the hole. And then I drilled another hole to bring the wire back in, and then it came out this hole that was already there miraculously. It won't interfere with the screw hole, and it'll put the wire inside here. So I'll be able to tap much easier, and it'll look a little bit better than just a wire going shoved right through a hole. So we'll do that on the other one, and then we'll get the headlights done. And just like that, the entire bumper has now been converted to 200 lumen LEDs. So 2, 4, 6, 8. That is 800 lumens coming out of the front bumper. Now we move on to doing the headlights, and then we'll wire everything together, and then we'll run the tail lights. So it should be pretty bright, much brighter than it already is. Right now it's, I swear to God, it's just about as bright as that drill. Like, it's not very bright. And just like that, all the lights are now installed in the grill. Now to cut, crimp, and connect. So that'll be pretty easy and straightforward, and then we'll mount the bumper to it, and we'll get it all put back in place, and then we'll run a wire through there all the way back into the tail lights, which should not be very difficult. This went incredibly smooth. All right, I got those connectors soldered on, and they should reach down to where the distribution block will be. So now we are going to just set that right there for right now. Oh yeah, that'll fucking, maybe it won't, maybe it will. Maybe we'll relocate the thing, because it bolts right there. Maybe I'll just put a strip of adhesive on it. Okay, my taillight wire has been run, and while we are in the compartment underneath the seat, we get to play with all the other stuff. So I mounted the drill mount right there, mounted the converter, and we have our power in and out. Now this is power, so we just need to put some terminals on that end, call it good. I'm gonna leave those just right there for now. And there's a fuse in there, so if we want to run this 20 volt in the future, we just cut it right there, put on the terminals, and connect it right there, completely going around the converter. And then when we go faster, we'll upgrade the motors to some 4,500 RPM motors. But the taillight is probably just gonna drill a hole like right there, and gonna figure out how to pop those taillights out, and we'll put our remaining LED lights in there, and it'll be good. But right now I'm doing the power source so I can show you how bright the front is gonna be. All right, everything is hooked up. Just make sure this is charged. Oh yeah. Boom, 12 volts, working perfectly. Let's see, is that working anymore? Now it's dried out a little bit. Oh, isn't that cute? Sorry, there's no way this isn't copyright. Mode.
The fisherman and the fish.
A fisherman was good at playing the flute, since he played very.
Ha! That's not. Oh, wait. It's working. So let's. Oh, wow. I might have gone a little overboard with this one. Light test. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. She's bright. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so I have the controller, and it's connected. Moves forward and backwards, but I cannot get the steering wheel to turn. So I'm not sure what's up with that. Okay, so my dumbass never plugged the steering back in, and now I have full control of this thing. So this is speed, high or low, medium, and high. And this is the parking brake, so it won't go anywhere. So I think it's time to take this thing outside. It is midnight. I've been working on this all night. I'm probably not gonna get to the taillights tonight, but the wire is run, and that will take me all of probably 30 minutes to do, disassembling and reassembling. So Let's take this thing outside. It's a little rainy out, but let's just, let's turn the lights off in the garage. Okay, and now lights on the thing. Oh, it's ridiculously crazy. Okay, let's see, we're in RC mode. I don't think it has a very far range. Come on, turn, you bitch. Back over this way. No. Kind of sounds like the steering just resets itself. Connection isn't all that great, but my God, is it bright. I say this is a success. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I had a lot of fun playing with this Jeep. Haven't played with a Power Wheel since I was a kid, so it was definitely fun. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Drop a comment, and we'll see you next time. Maybe we upgrade the Jeep. Maybe we don't. Maybe my kid just likes it how it is. Probably not. She's going to want something modified on it. We're going to make this thing pull wheelies for at least a quarter mile the whole way.